Good afternoon and welcome to Adventures for Anyone, and we're going to continue with my little dam series, and this is John A. Meadow State Park. Used to be called Hall Meadow until 1975, and since then it has been called John A. Meadow. It has become dilapidated in a sea of cuts that have gone out to our state parks. Used to be a beautiful place to have a picnic and a barbecue. Now it's just a quiet place to hang out if you have a little time. But we, old people, have always called this Hall Meadow because that's what it was when we were all young. It's a beautiful place. The pond used to be clear. You used to get water out of the pump over there, and some people even used to stay overnight in this place. Not me, although I did go camping, but I just never did it at Hall Meadow, aka John A. Meadow State Park. But we're here to discuss a little something else. This is part of the crazy dam systems that you see here in Connecticut. And all of this is part of what happens when there are great fears after the 1955 flood of all floods that the Naugatuck Valley is going to have a raging flood that strikes Torrington, Connecticut, where I live. So here is what's called the Reuben Hart Reservoir and its overflow dam. This is a dam you really can't get to by hiking. It's out there, it's fresh water for the town, and the overflow runs into this channel that runs under the bridge here on 272 anytime that reservoir gets too high. And what it does is it runs through this man-made channel blasted out of the rock under the bridge here, and it goes down a little man-made cascadey waterfall through this channel over here where a lot of people like to fish when the water's running. It seems to be a good spot, see them there all the time. And it runs out into the basin that occasionally is created by the Hall Meadow Dam or the Hall Meadow Brook Dam. Now this is the big dam. It was built to hold back the waters just in case all of this flooded. It's on Hall Meadow Brook, and it didn't have water in it at all really for a long time, but a couple of years ago it rained for like a year and we got a lot of the water back, and now there's still some of the water there, but it's going away. On the other side there is a relief valve, a floodgate to let water out so it can continue on down the creek on its way. This was all a huge project, all these dams in the area, and this one here, it is an enormous dam, honestly. It is 73 feet high, it's 1,200 feet across, and it's an earthen dam, and it just has that tubing and floodgate back there. Now, what does go on around here is a lot of people ride their ATVs, their bikes, their dirt bikes around here. They spend a lot of time, but it's all on your own. There's no supervision up here. You get hurt, it's on you. Don't sue the state. But the thing that amazed me most was about a year ago, I was taking a walk up here because it's a beautiful place, and I found something that, for all I have researched, apparently is a second part to that Hall Meadow Dam. Here it is. It's a giant earthen dam. It's adjacent to the other dam down a path. There's an overflow blasted into the side of the rock there just in case, and there is no record of it being a separate dam. It doesn't have a separate name. Welcome to the craziness here in Connecticut. I think it's a backup in case the waters get too high at the main dam. But there it is at any rate. It's one of my favorite discoveries. It's just another dam added to this crazy dam system that protects people in this Naugatuck Valley in Connecticut. There is no water here. On the other side, there is no water. It is the driest dam I've ever seen in my life. People bike on it. They ride ATVs and gators and golf carts and whatever. I've seen all kinds of stuff out here in the last few months. But there it is. It is a giant dam that I have absolutely no excuse for. But let's go head on down the valley And here we are at Hartbrook Pond Dam. This was created right around 1900, I think maybe 1908, and this is below the Hart Reservoir over there. And this used to be a flood control station with the pump house there. Pump houses around here aren't really used anymore, but this was designed to channel the water that overflowed from the reservoir above into the Hart Brook below as we head on down this Naugatuck Valley, and then we get to Stillwater Pond, which is the last of this system here. It's on the west branch of the Naugatuck River. I love to kayak on it. People camp around it, and the beauty of Stillwater Pond is that it has this half dam, half natural waterfall at the bottom. Once again, the pump station isn't really used for anything, but it is scenic and we do love it so much. And that is my very strange and quick story of a whole bunch of dams in succession trying to stop the river from reaching Torrington, Connecticut. So thank you for joining me on my little excursion here, and I hope you enjoyed finding out the crazy stories of some of these dams. I hope you will join me again soon, and thank you for joining me this afternoon on Adventures for Anyone. I'm Terry. I'm 60 and I'm not done yet. So join me for more Adventures for Anyone next time, and like and subscribe if you want to learn how to do great things no matter how old you are.